In this video, I'm going to show you how to use AI, aka artificial intelligence, to write blog copy. My name is Kelly Noble Mirabella, and today we're going to learn the fine art of using artificial intelligence, or AI for short, which is a type of software that's been designed by humans in order to make them more efficient. We're going to jump into boss mode, and I'm going to show you how to use a recipe to write long form content. So over here on the dash, on the side, on the left side, you're going to see templates, documents, trash, and outputs. So we're going to head over to documents. Now in the templates tab, you can click here on this purple box, or you can click on documents. It's going to take you to the same place essentially. So when you come here, you're going to pick what kind of document you want to use. Now, if you are in boss mode, you're going to just go from scratch. That's what I'm going to show you today. So we're going to go scratch. I want to show you some little tips first. So down here, you see in the corner, pro tips, right? We want to click on that. This is actually where I finally got around to spending some time, and I learned how to make it work for me. And by the way, I've been outputting a ton of blog content on my Medium blog. If you want to check out examples, I'll go ahead and link my Medium blog down below. All right, so they have a boss mode training if you want to dive in even deeper than what I'm going to teach you today. There's also a cheat sheet. Lots of good stuff in there, and then the keyword shortcuts. This is something you'll use quite extensively as well. In fact, your two favorite best friends in boss mode is going to be Command J for your next sentence, or you can click the purple button on the lower area over there, or Command Enter, which is actually going to be our best friend when we're using formulas to tell boss mode, this is what I want you to do. So let me show you a recipe that will help you write blog content. So we're going to actually go back out to my documents. I already have a recipe set up. You can use this exact recipe for a lot of your content. So go ahead and copy it down if you'd like. This is boss mode commands. Command number one is going to be write some blog post titles about this topic, whatever our topic of choice is. Then the next step is I want to write a brief about this topic idea. And then we're going to have it write a topic, create an outline, and then write a conclusion. And then we can go back and fill in the blank. So let's say I want to write an article all about chatbots. So then my topic is going to be chatbots. So here's my first recipe command. It's write some blog post titles about chatbots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my little finger on command, and I'm going to hit the return button. So it's Command Enter, Command Return. It's going to highlight this whole command, and then it's going to start doing what I told it to do. So it's giving me three options. If you want to keep going and getting more ideas, we just do Command J, or we hit that purple button down here. It's going to give us some more ideas. All right, so I'm actually just going to delete anything extra. So once you've decided on the title that you like, let's say I really like what is the difference between AI and chatbots. This is the title that we're going to go with. Now you can absolutely save these other ideas in another document. Maybe you want to write blogs about every one of these because you think they're that fantastic. I know I have done that. You go ahead and save them. For our purposes now, I'm going to just delete them. All right, so in our title, we're going to add the title that we chose. There we go. What is the difference between AI and chatbots? Our next article brief, write an article about the title, right? Because that's the first command that we gave it. So we're actually going to fill in where it says topic. We're just going to put in what is the difference between AI and chatbot. We're going to go on the outside here. You notice that my cursor is right next to the command. We're going to hit Command Return or Command Enter. And now it's writing the actual brief that we can then input into our left side inputs. So there you go. You can obviously read through this, make sure it makes sense. It's what you kind of the direction you want. So we're going to cut that out and put it over here in our content brief. Go ahead and put the keywords that you want to trigger. If you are using tools like Surfer SEO or phrase.io, then they can actually help you come up with some really great keywords. But if you already have something in mind, go ahead and put that down. I'm going to put chatbots. And you could put in 3. So go for it. We have my language as English. I could do a short output and a medium output or a long output. For the introduction and the outline and the conclusion, I'm going to go with a medium output. So we'll start with that. So again, we're going to go up here to our title. We're going to copy that. I'm going to go to write an introduction. I'm going to fill in my title where the topic is, and again, Command Return. Now you'll see here at the end of my introduction paragraph, it just stopped. If I want to go ahead and continue, maybe I like what he's saying, then I'm just gonna go Command J, or I'm gonna hit the purple button, and we'll just keep writing until basically I start deleting stuff and give him a different command. If you don't like any of this, I could just delete, start over. Trust me, I've done that. Sometimes it just takes some finagling. There is also a shortcut for that. If we go in here to our keyboard shortcuts and you want him to rerun the last, you would just do Command plus with, I don't know what that thing is called. I'm sure you guys will tell me in the comments. The thing. So go ahead and do that if you wanted to rewrite. But for our purposes for this video, because I want to keep it short and sweet and just show you how recipes work, we're just going to go with that. So we're going to actually go ahead and create our outline. So again, we're going to go to our title and copy that. And as you can see, when it comes to boss mode, you're literally just telling exactly what you want it to do. You write the command and you just do that command return. And that's what recipes are. They're just commands. So in this case, the next step in the recipe is create an outline for what is the difference between AI and chatbots. And I'm going to go command return. Now you might prefer to do the outline before you do the introduction. That's totally up to you. That might actually be a better way to go, but however you want to do it, just formulate your recipe before you get started so you kind of have a flow or a process for how you're going to write your blog. So here we go. So you can see here, I don't even like this at all. I'm not a fan of this one. So I would just say command plus and the little guy. There we go. There you go. He's going to rewrite it. Now, whatever you do, you see that kind of started writing up here. Don't touch your keyboard until done, or content is going to be written all over the place. He's going to keep writing whether you like it or not. Now from here, the next thing that I recommend doing, this is part of my process, is I actually will take this entire document here and I'm going to put it in like a note or what have you. See, I have a note here. You can do it on Google document, whatever you're into. Just a place, I call it the trash file. It's not really trash, it's all your good stuff, right? So what I'm actually gonna do is just do one section at a time. Depending on what type of content you're having, you may need to have each one of those outline items in their own document. I say that because sometimes, you know, it's gonna be picking up all this stuff from the side, from your content brief and your title, and it might seem very repetitive. So if you're getting a lot of repetitive content, or it's just not what you want it to be, you want them to be more in depth on that topic, create a completely separate document, title it whatever that outline topic is. For in this case, what is artificial intelligence? I would then title it, what is artificial intelligence? And I would have write me an entire article about what is artificial intelligence. This is also a really good tip if you're looking to write really long form, like over 1,500 words. You want it to go on and on and on and be a lot more in depth. Then what you're going to want to do is separate out your sections of your outline, your chapters, whatever you want to call it. So let's go ahead and write this. What is artificial intelligence? As part of our commands, there's a couple of ways we can do this. I can either say, answer the question, what is artificial intelligence? Command J, and he'll do that. Or I could say, write a paragraph about the above, what is artificial intelligence? Or I could write a paragraph about what is artificial intelligence and make that the command. So there's three different options here. In this case, I'm going to write, answer the question, what is artificial intelligence? We're going to go to the end of the command, hit command return, command enter, and watch what happens. Okay, so he answers the question. Maybe I want him to keep going. If I want to keep going, I'm going to push command J or compose. Now another thing I wanted to show you is right now, again, we're in output medium. So we're only getting a medium output here. If I want longer output, then I'm going to go with the L, the longer. Now, when I'm writing long form content, I generally go with this. Just keep in mind, you're going to have to go back and reread and adjust things, but look at how much more complex the answers are. You can see it goes through here. Something else I want to point out to you is not everything is accurate. I was actually surprised at how much was accurate, especially historical information about like the background of AI or chatbots. So the key takeaway is when you're using to write your content, make sure you fact check. It's really easy actually. You can see here's an example. The first chatterbot, well, I already know that I want to change that. Chatbot was Eliza, created by Joseph Weizenbaum in 1966. Okay, so we're going to actually go here and copy that sentence I'm gonna go to Google and I'm just gonna Google the sentence, and this will very quickly tell me if that's true. And in fact, it is true. Isn't that crazy? So fact check. The other thing I would recommend that you do is before you even start this process, before you even start your recipe, go and collect all of the statistical data that you might want to include. All right, so once you have your outline, you're putting in all your information, and then you can write a conclusion. Again, it's really important that you as the human are going in, making corrections, making sure it's accurate, making it sound actually good. And then after all is said and done, then I go to Medium or my blog or wherever I want to post it. I put in those images that I want to use, I format it, and boom, I have content.